Good morning. It's your dog Art Man the Great back with another boxing conversation. Look, I've been busy, doing my thing. ArtmanApparel.com, best boxing merch in the game. I haven't really had time to tune in and dive deep into what people are talking about on social media. However, I've been seeing this clip of Shakur on Joe Rogan, and I'm just like, dude, this guy needs to stay away from a microphone. But I'm like, you know what? Let me get a guy grace and actually listen to the full interview so I can have a full understanding, clear understanding of what this guy's saying. But he went on Joe Rogan's podcast. See, Joe Rogan already has a history of being a fucking racist. Like that ain't nothing surprising. It's not surprising at all. But my thing is these fighters act like they don't see it or they don't know or whatever. And they never, I'm not saying that you gotta stop what you doing and get into an argument with a nigga, but there's ways for you to have an intellectual conversation and prove a motherfucker's dumb and racist. And I feel like Shakur, he low key missed that mark. Shakur really just fell into the trap of Joe Rogan verbal trap of just going on with any old bullshit the motherfucker says. But yeah, let's listen to this shit. Is what allows you to be. And YouTube, this is for fair use only.
For sure. Like I said, I'm God given and I work super hard. And I think the biggest thing that I don't get credit for is my discipline. I feel like I'm
Salute, Bart, man.
disciplined.
Shout out to you,
It
man.
comes down to making the sacrifices and making the life changes that I need to make in order to be 100% on fight night. And I feel like a lot of people don't get
Yeah, I'm just listening to Shakur.
at the gym.
Fuck the bullshit.
A lot of fighters wouldn't fight me because I sparred them.
Is that right?
I messed myself up. When I was trying to spar him at that time, I never thought it would be a day of me fighting. Like I didn't think that far down the line. I really was just thinking he was the best fighter in boxing, number one pound for pound. I want to be able to go get in the ring with him and see
Right.
how I can do. Like they told me they wasn't even gonna pay me for the spar. Like okay, I'm cool. I don't want to get paid. I'm just here to get in the ring with Lomachenko. But
And that's
years later, yeah,
him being excited. Hold on. Him being that excited about sparring Lomachenko. Let me tell you this. It goes on to what I've been saying, man. I feel like the nigga's low key jealous that Devin Haney was able to get that fight right up under him on the network he was signed to. Nigga said he'll spar Lomachenko for free. For free. And to see Devin Haney go and take that fight and become undisputed at the weight class that Shakur halfway in. Yeah, I know that nigga felt a certain type of way. He definitely felt a certain type of way.
how'd that go? How the sparring went, I think I was outboxing him, but
See, that's why he had that mad face,
the level he was on was like his
that mad jealous face.
and that's when it made me like, okay, I gotta be in like tip top conditioning because the first day we sparred, we did 6 rounds. I felt like it was like, okay, I can outbox him. The next time we sparred, he made me do 12 straight. Really? So he made me do 12 straight.
Really?
For the first, he got the.
That these interviews, Joe, he knows how to do it. You gotta just egg a nigga on, man.
This. I don't like this.
When Canelo okay, now he talking about the weight.
Made him go down to 152. Remember? But it was no rehydration clause. Was it? Nope. No, it wasn't. Even if it's not, Floyd ain't never rehydration clause nobody else. Well, that's good. But if you make a guy get down to 152, even if you give him a rehydration clause, like that's gonna drain something out of your tank.
Duh.
Wait, is it right? Because My question is, wasn't they fighting at 154? Wasn't Canelo fighting at 154?
Normally, yeah.
So he
But
only
it
came
was a
down 2
struggle.
pounds.
But that, you know that.
Nigga, some folks be in boxing, but don't be knowing shit about boxing, man, for real. Man, it don't matter. It don't matter if it's 2 pounds, 3 pounds, 1 pound. Nigga, cutting weight when your body is already telling you, man, this is enough. That's just detrimental to your performance. It's going to be detrimental to your performance. It doesn't matter if it's 2 pounds, 3 pounds. That's why motherfucking Edwin De Los Santos, niggas pulled out that motherfucking Keyshawn Davis fight. They said, man, we understand that you being heavier and me having to cut, nigga, you got a clear advantage. In boxing, it seems like some boxers don't understand this. Like Shakur, you should know this. Either he don't or he just talking bullshit.
You're not a big weight cutter, but if you were,
Yeah.
the last 2 pounds is death.
Oh, for sure.
When you're
Yeah.
already drained out, because he was a big guy for 154, and to drain out and get all the way down to 152, that'd be hard. He didn't look the same on fight day.
You
Yeah,
didn't think
because
so?
Floyd's a
Well, I
fucking
think
goat.
Floyd was just a virtuoso. I mean, Floyd,
I don't think
Floyd looks so good
that night. I don't think if he was 154, 160, I don't think he was being Floyd.
Is that right?
I think you're probably right, but I also think Floyd was smart to get him down to
For sure.
152.
For sure, the business.
Yeah,
Good business.
every angle you can get, every advantage you can get is a good one. I do agree with you about the rehydration clause. Like, get out of here with that.
But we gotta understand too, right? Because I get Floyd in that instance. If a guy is gonna blow up to, let's say, what? We'll just do me and Ryan Garcia for example.
Okay.
I'm gonna blow up like 148. He's gonna blow up 168 to 170. Now it's like you in a ring with somebody that is like 20 pounds bigger than you. And Floyd still allowed Canelo to get big because he got big at the getting down to 152. So it's like I kind of feel it in a way. Like I understand it. Now, the rehydration clause is kind of crazy, but I will only do a rehydration clause.
The rehydration clause is kind of crazy, but niggas. And then you should see this nigga face while he's saying this shit, because he know he's full of shit, dog. Niggas, you just sat here and talked about how Floyd was able to fight a nigga that was quote unquote 20 pounds heavier than him on fight night. And then you said even if it was at 160, you felt like Floyd was gonna win the fucking fight. But now, when describing you, you want some, a rehydration clause, even though it's kind of crazy. I just think, no, nigga. Nigga, stop it. Yeah. Joe Rogan let this nigga talk himself into a corner, bro. For real, man. Shakur, he needs some more immediate training. Somebody, just because somebody's nodding their head and they're saying, "Oh yeah, right," they doing all that shit. That don't mean you should go ahead and tell this nigga everything. That don't mean that this nigga's on your side. This nigga's gonna say anything, bro. Anything. He's gonna allow you to say anything. He's gonna allow you to talk yourself into a fucking corner, and that's what Shakur's doing.
That's for fighters if I go up to 147 pounds. Because I'm not a 147 pounder, so
Right.
I fight
Meanwhile, he talking to this nigga Joe Rogan. This nigga look like he a good 158 right now. But all right.
at their weight class where they're comfortable and
Right.
just make it easy for them. Like I don't.
Well, the thing about a fighter like you is it's just difficult to find big names. I mean, if Gervonta fights again, that's a big fight.
Yeah.
But that would probably be at 135, which you could probably still make easy, right?
Easy.
Yeah.
No problem.
So you have fights at 135, one fight, and fights at 140, but it's just going to be hard to get someone to step up. That is going to be that big pay-per-view selling fight.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
That is the problem.
You're too good. That's the
know.
problem. You're too good.
Somebody told me that before I went pro.
Said Floyd did force Canelo to come down. Canelo was being hyped and said he'll come down. Yeah, exactly. Canelo was the the actual B side. He was the actual B side. And to fight Floyd Mayweather, nigga, that's a whole fucking pay. Nigga, that's a whole payday. High payday. So of course, nigga said I'm willing to fight. Nigga, I'll fight Floyd at 152. Nigga, I'll fight Floyd at whatever. And Canelo, you know, he accepted fighting at 152 with no rehydration clause. He was able to balloon up to the weight that he wanted to be, and Floyd was still able to cook him. But shout out to everybody in the chat. Good morning. We over here just sipping our morning tea, smoking our morning J, listening to this guy Shakur Stevenson because I got to get a full understanding of the bullshit this nigga's saying.
Boy, they was like, you gonna have a hard time in the pros. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But I understand it now.
Do you remember your first pro fight? Do you remember what it felt like?
It felt like a whole new experience.
About styles, right?
Trying to get to the part where he talk about the Devin Haney shit.
They
Also,
also
everybody in the chat.
It's amazing.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. So I used to fuck with Shakur, but he been on bullshit lately with his words. He definitely been on bullshit with his words and his actions, to be honest. It's like he beat T.O., and it's like this nigga moving like it's the end all be all. Like that's it. In reality, it's like, bro, beating T.O., congratulations. You know, you're gonna get credit for that. But it's not like we haven't seen this before. We already seen this nigga get beat up multiple times. You know what I mean? He got beat up multiple times already. That's not the end. That's not the fight that you can retire on. No, nigga, you got to step it up. You got to fight guys like Devin Haney. You got to fight other champions in your weight class, collect all those belts, become undisputed. Shit like that. That's what niggas want to see. We don't want to see you say, oh, well, I beat T.O., and that means I can just chill out. I don't got to do nothing. Or I can fight these niggas that catch weights and shit like that. Like, no, nobody wants to fight you at a catch weight, nigga. Niggas want to fight you in a real weight class, bro. Go to a real weight class. 140, bro, either fight at 135, 140, or 147. Stop trying to meet niggas in the middle and slap a rehydration clause on it. Like, bro, and you're not that nigga. None of them, bro. Like I said, I could talk about Shakur for hours, man. I swear I'm not trying to be like a hater or anything like that. It's just my honest opinion as a black man, black boxing supporter, looking at this shit. Shakur need to chill out. All these opponents he's talking about fighting, he's not the A side against none of them. None of them. So for him to be talking about, oh, this fighter needs to be on a rehydration clause when they fight me, and this fighter got to do this and that, it's like, bro, what are you even talking about? It makes me sound like this nigga's a little bit delusional. Delusional as a motherfucker, because who told, like I said, man, go back to my channel. I said like a month and a half ago, I said, dude, who in the right mind is going to offer this nigga a Conor Ben fight? How did this even come about? Like, why are you even mentioning this? Who told you you're getting the Conor Ben fight? And all his fans was like, nah, Art man, you tweaking. You see, that's a big fight in the UK. You don't understand, Art man. That's a big fight in the UK. That's a big fight in the UK. That's all Shakur fans was telling me. That's a big fight in the UK. It don't matter, bro. Art man, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, dude, nobody's gonna give this nigga no fucking Conor Ben fight. Here we are today. Instead of him entertaining a Devin Haney fight, he was entertaining a Conor Ben fight, and now Conor Ben is fighting one of Devin Haney's fucking former opponents, uh, past opponent, one fucking what's his name, Regis Prograde. Like, and then you talking about, oh, I'm gonna fight Ryan Garcia next. I'm gonna fight Ryan Garcia next, nigga. Ryan Garcia not about to fight you, nigga. Why? I really be looking at these boxing guys, boxing media. I'd be like, who told y'all niggas Ryan Garcia is gonna fight Shakur Stevenson, especially at no 140? Did y'all not see fucking Ryan Garcia don't even fight at 140. This nigga didn't even fight Devin Haney at 140. Yeah, the fight was scheduled to be at 140. It was scheduled to be a 140 fight, but he's never fought at 140. He fought niggas at like 143, 144, all types of crazy shit, nigga. He's never fought at 140. So why in the world do you think he's gonna fight you at 140? And then on top of that, this nigga don't want to take a drug test against Devin Haney for real. Why in the fuck would he do that for you? Like, what is he gaining fighting you? What is this nigga gaining fighting Shakur? Because he's not gonna fight him for the belt. Because we know Ryan not gonna make 140. This nigga look drained as fuck at 147 sitting on that couch doing that interview, Ryan Garcia, the week of the Barrios fight. Like, get the fuck out of here. So it's like this nigga doing all this yapping, all this fucking yapping, and he ain't making no fucking moves. The little momentum he had after the fucking TO fight, nigga, that shit is drying up. That shit's about super dry right now. Said Conor Ben ain't doing nothing for Shakur's legacy. Not a damn thing, bro. Not a damn fucking thing, bro. This nigga Shakur Stevens is crazy, man. I'm trying to get to the part where he's talking about the Ryan Garcia cheating shit. Because that shit right there, niggas is full of shit.
I will react to that. Like,
So
that
are you
would
here
be
to relax people? Yeah, I did hear something like that.
crash out, and I don't do crash out things. So I might crash out about like, ain't no way you just cheated me, bro.
Right.
Ain't no way you just cheated me, bro.
Well, the thing is that with combat sports versus every other sport, is your goal is to hurt your opponent.
Yeah.
And if there's a thing you're doing that's cheating that helps you hurt your opponent, that is a different kind of cheating.
Yeah.
It's not like cheating in baseball. Like,
Yeah.
who gives a fuck if you hit another home run? I think they should all cheat in baseball. I think they should all get on steroids. Make it more exciting. Like, because the only
You
thing
hear
that's
this shit?
exciting about baseball is home runs. Right?
You hear this shit? But you know, just looking at Joe Rogan and his physique, I can tell he's clearly on fucking testosterone boosters. Because it's first of Joe Rogan's old. I remember Joe Rogan from fucking Fear Factor. Yeah, Artman's OG. I remember Joe Rogan from fucking Fear Factor, which was like a long fucking time ago. This guy's clearly on fucking some type of testosterone enhancers, probably getting some testosterone injections. Definitely. And these guys over here talking about some man. Anybody that says fighters or people should just be on steroids, like accepting that shit, they're most likely on steroids themselves or taking some shit. So this guy Joe Rogan, I can just clear. He's clearly defending ped usage because he's somebody that's a ped user. I mean, look at the motherfucker. Look like a short meatball. He look like a fucking meatball head ass boy. Saying, "All right, man, yeah, Shakur over here just chatting with this nigga, cheating his cheek, and Joe Rogan don't know shit." That's what I'm saying. Like motherfuckers out here just agreeing. Oh yeah, I think everybody should be juicing because I'm juicing, and I don't want to feel bad about me juicing. Like nigga, shut the fuck up. Said reason why he lost his hair. Yeah, it makes sense. Nigga, a fucking meatball talking all this stupid ass shit. Yeah, I think everybody should just be juicing. Nah, nigga.
Yeah, that's the number one thing. If you had a way that you guys could hit more home runs, fucking give it to them. What are you stupid?
Yeah, it's like harmless. Like it's not really gonna hurt nobody.
Exactly.
I get it.
Exactly.
But in boxing is like
It's life or death.
yeah.
If boxing is real life or death.
That's why I don't know how like I would react. Don't cheat anybody watching this, please don't cheat me. I am not the guy to be cheated. So
Is that right?
just understand it.
Well, I mean, whenever people are looking for shortcuts and people want to win, there's always going to be someone that's willing to do something that they're not supposed to be doing.
That ain't it though. Like this like you said, it's life or death. Like
Life or death.
so you could cheat and hit somebody with the wrong shot and then they dead. What's the
Right.
guy that killed somebody? Sabrio Matias.
Right.
He killed
Yeah.
the dude. And now he just got popped for cheating. So it's like
He did?
yeah.
I didn't know that. What did he?
What did he
So,
do?
Like
I wonder if he's the same guy. But
yeah, but he actually
fight.
that was crazy. They were
An Austrian. What is it about? I don't even know.
it's about
Okay.
Dustin Smith though.
Yeah.
People don't know back in the day when I was in the junior world.
Find out what it does. Ostarine, uh, selective androgen receptor modulator designed to treat muscle wasting conditions and osteoporosis by promoting muscle growth and bone density without the severe side effects of anabolic steroids. Popular amongst body.
Oh, so you're basically taking steroids without the the side effects of so you're taking an even better drug than fucking shit that these niggas is taking. But anyways, he was taking motherfucking Androlone as well. The fact that they only mention this Ostarine is very telling. Nobody mentions that this nigga tested positive. He initially tested positive for Nandrolone too. This is not my conspiracy. This is not my conjecture. He initially tested positive for Nandrolone. They try to say, oh, well, the levels of Nandrolone wasn't that high to be. But the fact that Nandrolone was even found in your system, you don't just accidentally eat Nandrolone. You don't just accidentally just stumble across Nandrolone. Like, you got to be eating wild fucking boar penis to have natural load in your system, according to Tyson Fury's defense, right? So you just don't stumble across fucking Nandrolone. This guy's taking that. He took Nandrolone, Ostarine, was on legal IVs, flushing that shit out, smoking weed. You know what I'm saying? All types of shit, man.
Just for enhancing muscle mass and fat loss. It's not approved for human consumption by the FDA, banned by WADA, and linked to side effects like liver toxicity, testosterone suppression, and cardiovascular risks. So it helps you keep muscle and bone density. Yeah. Well, it makes.
Yeah. So imagine you're on a ped. Imagine you're in a competition, right? Where you and your opponent got to kill themselves to make the weight because you guys are both big guys, right? Your opponent's going through the process of cutting weight, right? He's killing himself to make the weight. And he shows up, depleting himself, but he shows up fit and ready. You, on the other hand, are taking something where you can cut weight and still be strong like you are at 175, 180. So you're literally taking some shit that's unnatural because your body, when you cut weight, naturally, your body says, you know what, we gotta adjust some things in your body. You know, you're not gonna be as strong, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna be leaner, you may be faster, but you're not gonna be as strong, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's just gonna be different. But you're taking something that's telling your body, nah, fuck that nigga. You're gonna cut weight and you're still going to be strong. Like, and then niggas want to sit in here with a bold face and say, well, he's just taking Ostarine. That don't really help. It just increases your bone density. What you mean it just increases your fucking bone density? Nigga, you're taking something that's giving you an advantage, an unnatural advantage, and niggas want to sit here in my face and try to argue it. Well, they're just a left hook. Just a left hook. Nigga, bro, I just went to the gym last night. Nigga, I feel sore as shit right now. I'm up sipping tea, smoking. I feel sore as shit right now. Imagine I can take some shit right where I can just go to the gym last night and I can go to the gym right now, just super ready. And I don't feel nothing. I don't feel shit. And niggas want to sit here and talk about, oh, well, Peds, it won't do nothing for you. It just gives you a little bit recovery time, just increases your bone density just a little bit. It helps you retain muscle while cutting weight. You know, get the fuck out of here.
Makes sense that would be a good supplement for boxers. What are you showing me here? What people look like now? Before or after?
Yeah, I think it is. I think people fight without it, but I don't play that.
Yeah.
I
You
don't
know,
play that. I be thinking, man, I'd aspire to do it in the gym that was like not good one time. Like he's not good at all. But I'm sparring him like, man, this dude punch harder than everybody I ever
ever
been in the
fought.
ring with. And I wonder, like, dude, did that dude do he be cheating? Like,
Yeah. So Shakur, he just said like he sparred a guy before and he know the guy's trash, but every time for some reason this nigga just punching crazy. Start punching crazy out of nowhere. Is this nigga cheating? Man, Joe Rogan, see, you got niggas who's thinking like Shakur and Devin, you know, niggas be thinking like, oh, you know, I'm good, you know, so I don't expect nobody else to come in there cheating. But then you got motherfuckers like Joe Rogan, he'll sit there in a straight face and tell you, man, if there's any way that niggas can get an advantage, they're gonna do it. Shit. May not want to do it, but you're gonna do it. You know, the two different type of mindsets. Black folks, I ain't gonna lie, we got it bad. We got it bad where we just be so like accepting and not thinking that niggas will do us harm. And besides, only people that do us harm is people who look like us. Nigga, yeah, niggas that look like us will do us some harm too. But you got to think about it, man. Motherfuckers is not as friendly as us. Niggas be really grimy, like they will really cheat you, bro, with a smile on your face. They'll give you a hug and all that. Like I was just watching Ortiz versus Floyd. Like some of these people mindset, man. Like this nigga, he was just fighting Floyd, getting frustrated because Floyd was blocking all his punches and shit. This nigga out of nowhere just headbutted Floyd. He cheated. That's cheating. He headbutted him. And then he tried to apologize and give Floyd a hug. Like, oh man, I'm sorry, bro. Like, these niggas will cheat you and then be like, oh, I'm sorry. But nigga, the deed is already fucking done. The shit's already happened, nigga. You already headbutted my ass. And then you hit me with a fucking hook after on top of that shit. And then you want to give me a hug and act like things all good? Like, bro, you can't be friendly out here. These niggas out here they will cheat you and smile about it, bro. But yeah, this nigga, come on, everybody hit the like button. Yeah, y'all hit the fucking like button. Said, by that logic, Wilder must be on PEDs. Wilder ain't on PEDs. Wilder took all the drug tests. Wilder tried to sue motherfucking Povetkin for costing for getting that fight canned because he tested positive. Said Nangelo's produced now when it's too high. That's when it's enhanced. Nigga, the shit was high enough to be detected on this motherfucking test, VADA test. That shit's not supposed to be in your body. Said Ryan had video saying he didn't care about making weight. He wanted to stay league champs. I interviewed Ryan. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But he said, but it was Sean Haney. Yeah, they trying to say it was Devin's little brother. Devin little brother knew. Yeah, let me let that shit play a little bit.
Well, some dudes just have natural God given power too.
but when you like fat, not kind of like you out of shape, Then you just punch super hard and it's slow, but it's like boom, boom. I be
Easy punching power.
you
That's a
wrong.
gift.
And I'm like, dog, it's some fights that I see him not punch at first.
We are. Well, the thing is that with combat sports,
So y'all name a black fighter that got caught on peds. Gerald Miller. That was the last. That was the last black American fighter who got male fighter that tested positive for performance enhancing drugs. But you see when they have to mention fighters testing positive, black fighters, they always gotta mention fighters from like the 3 belt era. They can't mention fighters from the 4 belt era. They'll say Gerald Miller. That's it. But if you say name a non-black fighter that tested positive, name a Latino fighter that tested positive, nigga, you running out, nigga, you got more names than you got fingers. I tell you that straight up. So don't sit here and try to say, "Oh, you blacks are cheating too." Nah, fuck that. Said, then tell me about the media backlash. Just because you don't get caught, that don't mean not no piss. Shane Mosley about that. Nigga, ask Manny Pacquiao about that, nigga. He the main one. He the main one everybody accused of cheating. Said, didn't Roy Jones, James Toney, and Miller get backlash for cheating? Shit, I don't know. That was before my time. Oh, besides Miller, Miller definitely got backlash, and it was deserved. Like, nigga, you came in here juiced up. You was trying to kill Joshua. He was trying to kill Joshua. He lucky that Ruiz shit happened because man, niggas would start grilling him like, dude, that shit made us forget about you cheating against that nigga. Made niggas would talk about that fight, but niggas was still grilling Miller, and then he got popped. Then he popped dirty again. Miller was like on like a 4 year ban, bro. Miller was banned for like 3 years, bro. I remember that. Yeah, that's true. He did doesn't deserve the benefit of the doubt, but I don't bet you Angelo because of the 100% concern like that. Audrey, but still, you can't you can't say that I'm wrong for speculating because he also got caught up with illegal IVs. You know, that is illegal, having IVs. And we all know that those IVs can be used to flush your system. So you cannot say, hey, well, you're wrong for speculating that. You can't. Can't say I'm wrong for speculating that shit. Said Miller got a 2 year ban when he popped again. Yeah, niggas was banned for like 3 years, bro. Like, so we not gonna act like niggas didn't have no fucking ban. Ryan Garcia got 1 year ban with like some time served type shit. Like, what we talking about? But yeah, you can't say I'm wrong for respect. And then on top of that, nobody ever mentions that this guy Ryan Garcia was 3 pounds heavier too at a fight at 140. He looked bigger at the fight that's supposed to be at 140 than he did at the fight at 147 against Barrios. Ryan lied so many times. Like, nigga, let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. The day this nigga said, the day when he tested positive, or it was confirmed he tested positive, and he blamed that shit on the Illuminati. I just thought that I thought boxing fans was gonna be like, Brian Guy's a cheater. And then when he blamed that shit on Illuminati, I thought niggas was gonna be like, oh yeah, this nigga's stupid. He definitely stupid. We ain't fucking with him. He's an idiot. No, niggas said nah. They said nah. They do be trying to what you call it again? Trap motherfuckers and cheat for guys. They're they're literally defending Ryan Garcia, basically saying that he was being set up by some underground boxing world or the Illuminati of boxing. Some stupid shit. I remember Des Bryant, coon ass, came out and said some stupid shit like, yeah, they always be trying to lock up the good ones or some stupid ass shit, man. Niggas is dumb as shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie. But I thought niggas was gonna be off of him. But people were still defending it. But look, I'm so glad, like my dude said, I'm happy Bill moved on to the next fight. Ryan ducking and screaming his A side shit. Nigga in the world of Turkey is paying niggas X amount of dollars, throwing them niggas on undercards and shit. Nigga, ain't no A side, B side. Niggas just fighting for that check. Fuck is you talking about? This nigga Ryan Garcia is a bitch. He's a whole bitch. And anybody that's black that defend him, no, anybody who's another race, they can defend him all they want because you know that's expected. But you black niggas defending Ryan Garcia, you niggas is some suckers. Straight up suckers. Straight up fucking suckers, man. That shit is crazy. But I'm so glad Bill moved on because now we got Devin Haney versus Rolly, the guy who actually beat Ryan, right? I can't wait for that shit. I might just fly out to New York for a day. Definitely. I gotta check it out. I gotta check it out. I wanna see Dev fight Rolly. And then I wanna see Dev fight Crocker in the UK. Dev should fight Crocker in the UK. Be a unified champion. Like Errol Spence. What? Man. And then become undisputed like Crawford. If Ryan wanna play, Ryan fuck around and lose that belt to somebody. But you know, knowing the WBC, they ain't gonna order shit. No real shit. They ain't gonna order nothing fucking real anyways. Ryan fucking around and fight Ryan fucking around and fight the winner of Regis Prograde versus Connor Ben. Let's say, and speaking of Regis Prograde versus Connor Ben, so you know, I was talking shit, right? I was like, oh yeah, Regis, you gonna get your ass whipped. You gonna be the pinata getting your ass kicked. But now I'm looking at it like, I don't know. Regis fuck around and knock out motherfucking Connor Ben. You know why I say that? Because Connor Ben's footwork is trash. His footwork is trash. Super trash. I never really watched Conor Ben's fight, but I watched the fight with him versus Eubank, both of them. I'm like, dude, I didn't even know his footwork was that trash. I was watching that shit in real time, and I'm like, dog, this nigga is garbage, absolute garbage. So he's not gonna be chased running around the ring, you know, against Regis. He's gonna be sitting right there, and he don't have the best defense. He's gonna go in there. He's gonna go in there and try to blitz Regis. If he cannot get Regis out of there in the first two, three, Regis will fuck around and clip this thing in like the fifth, sixth round or something crazy. I seen this nigga Conor Ben. This nigga look crazy trying to cut himself down to a cut. He was just up in weight. Now he's trying to cut back down to 140 or 147, 150. Psst, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if Regis clips this nigga. Yeah, the first fight, Eubank was cooking his ass and he was drained. You can see it, dude. Eubank was fucking drained out of his fucking mind in both fights. The second fight was the killer because they try to and you see this nigga. And then one thing I was also thinking about, he doesn't have the match room protection. that he had, because everybody know Conor Bandy's living off his pop's name, matchroom royalty. You know what I'm saying? So Eddie Hearn, that's why he niggas is doing deals with him, throwing him paper. Eddie Hearn ain't doing this for nobody other fighter. He's doing this for Conor Ben because it's like a family thing. His family, he's been tied down in matchroom for generations. So he's giving him certain passes like taking his name during the Penn scandal. And, they say Eddie Hearn was sitting on that Penn result for like a month before it was released. What? That shit's crazy. Like he was being protected. Now he don't got that protection. I don't know. This is gonna be. I'm gonna be interested in it. I'm gonna watch this fight. I'm gonna definitely watch this fight. But they say Regis is tiny. Never fought above 150. Connor's banking on that weight advantage. Yeah, he definitely is. That's what I'm saying. He has to. Connor Ben has to blitz Regis. He has to get him out of there in like the three, first three, maybe four. If he don't, he fuck around and get clipped in like the six, seven. But said Connor doesn't deserve to be talked about. I know, right? Fuck Connor Ben. It's like they forced that nigga into the conversation for real. They really did. They really did force that nigga into the conversation because this nigga fought Eubank. How do you go from fighting Eubank at like middleweight to be in the talk in conversations of fighting Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, Brian Norman Jr., now Regis program? That's just crazy. Said bet money on that and lose it. I probably put like $20 on that shit. I get make sure I go to automaticapparel.com, best boxing merch in the game. But anyways, look, Conor Ben, trash. Devin Haney versus Rolly in New York. I wish that shit was in Vegas. Why is it in New York? But Albright, I follow Albright on Facebook or whatever, and he's gonna be on the undercard most likely because he says his date is May 30th too. Like the Devin Haney fight. Said Ben was around Boots and Virgil. Didn't do nothing but beat Chris Algieri. I know, fuck that nigga, right? Who y'all got in that Albright versus Frank Martin too? It's looking like that's gonna be the play for them guys. That's gonna be a good fight. I don't know, man. Frank took a lot of damage. So all right, he's Key Daddy. Apparently they say he Frank's too. I think Frank took a lot of damage. Not like damage where he looked like, you just got lumps on his face and nah, he got hit side of his head, upside his head. He did the stanky leg. It's kind of a quick turnaround, you think. Albright fucked around and stopped Frank. I don't think he's fighting Frank Martin again. I don't think Frank's gonna take that fight. That's too quick of a turnaround. That's way too quick. When did they fight in February? Frank conditioned the suspect because he got all that natural muscle. Frank got all that muscle. It's natural. It's not like, and I don't even think it's because he's lifting weights. I think that's just his body type. When you're a short dude, I'm short myself. When you're short, it's pretty easy to get like stocky, like real, like bulky, big, without even trying. For real, for real. You can just be doing pull ups and push ups. Next thing you know, your motherfucking niggas is swole as shit, arms are swole as fuck. That's just how it is when you're short, in the FBA. But anyways, yeah. And I feel like that type of shit is pulling him back. I feel like that motherfucker can run. He can run and run up hills and all that shit, but his gas tank's still gonna be the same. Like Caleb Plant, even with Caleb Plant, and I'm not saying Caleb Plant bulky or anything like that. Some people conditioning just is what it is. because Caleb Plant's condition is top tier, fucking with Wade, Dominic Wade, but still, it's like when you're fighting, it don't matter if you're running miles or whatever. You get hurt, you can still get tired. And Caleb Plant, he was training hard, and I just feel like his gas tank is just limited, and him just getting hurt, I don't know. He said, but Frank be crossing his feet a lot. His defense is ass. Yeah, he pulling straight back. Pulling straight back is not good. You gotta, you gotta dip your head a little bit. Niggas be pulling straight back and just getting lined up. Like Albright, all he did was just throw like a 1-2, 1-2 down the pipe. And Frank, all he did was just pull straight back. And him pulling back, this nigga Albright was able to just pull up, punch over that shit. Like, nigga, all you're doing is just pulling back. And then he got his arm up like this. Like, nah, nigga, you're supposed to be slipping, dipping under, rolling under. I don't know. It's some things. This is why I'm gonna use myself as an example. When I go to the gym, right? Boxing gym, niggas be like, damn, Art, man, you should get into, you pretty good at what you're doing. You should train full time and get into this boxing shit. And I'm like, nah, I don't want to do that because it's way too late in the game for me. Even if I can go in there and knock a couple niggas out just off of natural strength, what if I run into a motherfucker who's been boxing all his life? Like I was watching some little kids sparring, and I was just seeing little kids do like certain moves, like just certain techniques. That's just you have to be doing that shit since a kid. You have to be doing this shit for a long time. You can't just up and do it. Like some of it's just second nature to these motherfuckers. Like knowing to fucking roll under and punch and then dip under and throw in the fucking right hand. You know what I'm saying? Some of that should be second nature. Knowing the motherfucking just dip your head low or catch it. Niggas been practicing this shit since they were children. You can't just jump into the shit and just know that shit automatic. Your body has to be trained to do that shit for a long time because fighting is not natural. You know what I mean? Say you could cherry pick some area. I'm telling you, look, I be thinking about it like, man, I could go in there and knock one of these niggas out, fight me a couple cans, fight me a couple cans, but I'm like, nah, fuck that. This is boxing to regular kind of white people who wants to fight. You always talk about, nah, fuck that, fuck that. Only way I'll fight, you got to put up 100K up top, 100K. Saying Southpaw is yeah, easy. Of course, that's easy work. That motherfucker's crazy though. He a crazy motherfucker. We ain't doing no motherfucking boxing, weird ass nigga. Nigga's a straight weirdo. But yeah, I don't know, man. Shakur Stevenson, man, he need to chill on these interviews, man, because it be making him sound crazy. And it's like, I don't know if it's just I really don't I don't know how to explain it because it's like how do you constantly contradict yourself like this and not hear you like, bro, we live in a time where you can stop the video and you can replay it. You know what I'm saying? You can as soon as the video ends, you can go back and replay it. Like you don't hear yourself contradicting yourself like this guy. He went up to Ryan Garcia and said, man, you're not that big. You really not that big. Say that and then go on motherfucking Joe Rogan. Oh, this nigga, I gotta be on the rehydration clause with this nigga. And shit just sounds crazy. Said, do you think Carmel need to leave Floyd? And Devin was right. Nice sign with. Of course, Devin was. Of course, Bill's right. Bill's a smart man, and he really did. He really did take a calculated risk, and that's something that you gotta applaud because this boxing shit is cutthroat. Like, man, for you to go in there and not only turn down a deal with Floyd Mayweather and then become successful, make history, nigga, bro, when this nigga when it's all said and done, niggas gonna be looking at Bill like, damn, this nigga's really like, he was really one of them ones. Bill and Dev, for real, for real. When it's all said and done, niggas really gonna be looking at them niggas like, damn, they really did that shit. Because look at this shit with Oscar De La Hoya and Ortiz. I'm never fighting for Golden Boy ever, ever, ever again. Nigga, the judge said, fuck that. Nigga, you're signed to Golden Boy. You signed your name on the dotted line. And me, myself, personally, I'm not saying I agree with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's fucked up. It's fucked up. But this shit's business. This is the type of deals that these niggas is dealing with. These are the type of deals that these niggas is dealing with. They gotta fucking fight, take their promoter to court for a fight and all types of shit. Meanwhile, nigga, guys like Devin, he could fight on Showtime. He could fight on PBC. He could fight on motherfucking ESPN. He could fight on the Zone. Nigga, after this shit, he could fight on Zuffa Boxing. Like, just the type of moves these niggas is making. Like, you gotta respect it. That's why I told Senior, I told Senior, and he thought I was trolling. I said, man, holla at Bill to get some game after this shit because look at this shit. Holla at Bill because look how these niggas is moving. Nigga said, nah, fuck that. Fuck that. But nope, he ain't want to listen. Now his son fired him. And now his son talking about he got his own promotional company. Brian Norman talking about he has his own promotional company now. Cause now niggas is like, hold on some real shit, I fuck with Brian Norman because a lot of people looking at him like, oh, you lost to Haney. They trying to hate on the kid. I ain't hating on the kid. He lost to a great fighter. And now he's learning from that great fighter. Now he's like, okay, I see what the fuck I fucked up at. I couldn't even block a jab. My pops was telling me this nigga can't even punch. Stupid shit. Art Man was telling my pops, you need to motherfucking holla at Bill, get some game, learn about this boxing shit so we don't be stuck in deals. Now his ass, he got his own promotional group now. He doing his thing. Shout out to him. You know what I mean? Like I said, at the end of the day, niggas gonna be saluting Bill and Dev for real. I'm pretty sure, Dev is not gonna be coming back at 49, talking about he about to fight his old rival. You know what I mean? Said boot stuck fighting bum. He should have fought Baccarat. He should have been a nigga fighting Baccarat, taking that nigga belt. Why? Wait, hold on. Why was Baccarat not fighting Boots? Why did Boots not fight that nigga for his belt? Boots should have fought that nigga first. If anything, you see, I hate to do this, man. I hate to do this because these Boots fans, man, I fuck with Boots. I definitely do, but I have to call a spade a spade. Like, you see niggas like Devin, you fight move up to 147. Fighting Brian Norman Jr. First fight officially at 147. Welterweight for a belt. Why isn't Boots? Why didn't Boots fight Baccarat very first fight at 154 for a belt? Fresh off a KO win, a devastating KO win. Shakur literally say he calls his word bullshit. I know, I know, I know. But it's like, damn, back to my nigga Boots. Like, man, you over here chasing Ortiz, nigga, you could have been snatching that belt off Baccarat first. You fought Lima. I ain't gonna lie to you. Give me a training camp. I feel like I can give Lima some good rounds. Real shit. That nigga looked so uncoordinated. It was crazy. It was crazy. That nigga looked so uncoordinated. Like, is this nigga even a boxer for real? Who taught this nigga how to fight? This nigga look crazy. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Boots would have beat the shit out of Baccarat. Like, why didn't you just take that fight? I know what it is. Niggas wanted to get adjusted to the weight. You know what I'm saying? They see niggas coming off a crazy KO. They like, let me chill for a second. Let me let me get a little acclimated to the weight. You know what I'm saying? I get it though. I get it, but just like I know a fighter that would have fought that nigga off the rip. Said Eddie Hearn sabotaged Boots' career. Boots had a lot of meaningless fights. I'm not gonna lie to you. He had a lot of meaningless fights. Like you fought Karen twice, nigga. You had two training camps twice to fight Karen. Two call. I don't think I've ever seen that before. I don't think I've ever seen that before where the first fight was so bad. It was so bad where a nigga think like, damn, I never want to see this guy on TV again. And then you fight him again. I've never I've never seen that. But I guess he was just mandatory. And then somebody made a Boots fan on my Twitter account made it a point. He said, man, I ain't gonna lie, hard man. I'm a Boots fan, but what the fuck? This nigga fought everybody, all these meaningless fights, but you couldn't stick around to fight Devin Haney. I mean, you stuck around to fight these other guys that, you know what I'm saying? You fought Karen twice. You can't stick around to fight Devin Haney at 147, get a nutritionist. I don't know, man. But I get it though. Nobody's saying he's a duck. I ain't saying he ducked Devin Haney. He ain't duck him. Because if you can't make the weight, you can't make the weight. But it's like, damn, you could have had a big win on you. That's a big win. Fighting Devin Haney. Imagine Devin Haney, his first fight at 147 was a unification against Boots Ennis in Vegas. No rehydration clause. Because you got two belts. Right? Y'all don't think with a nutritionist he could have made 147 just one last time? I mean, look at Devin Haney when he fought Cambosos. That nigga Devin Haney looked so crazy when he fought Cambosos. He looked crazy. And he came back and fought Lomachenko after that. I mean, I'm not saying that, yeah, it's a duck. And, you know what I'm saying, I'm taking anything away from him from not fighting Devin Haney. But it's like some fights, sometimes you got to make a sacrifice. And having Devin Haney on your resume, that probably would have been good for where niggas won't be today talking about, damn, this nigga ain't fighting nobody. This nigga fighting Lima Beans. You know what I mean? And this Ortiz shit, it's like, it's dragging out for no reason. These guys have no belts. No belts. Why is this shit dragging out like this? I get it. Ortiz don't want to fight. If he don't want to fight you, move on. Move on. He should fight Charlo. Boots should fight Charlo. That would be a really good fight. I think Boots can beat Charlo, but that would be a really good fight. And I know a lot of people say, oh, well, Charlo haven't fought a long time and all this shit. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Charlo's a name. Undefeated. Not undefeated at 154, but he avenged his loss at 154. Or he could fight at 160. He said Charlo need to get a 9 to 5. You funny as shit. You funny as shit. That nigga Charlo, he sold his ass to fucking Canelo, man. Sold his soul to Canelo. This nigga called out Devin. That's a red flag. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's a big red flag. You know, I was a red flag because now it looks like you're desperate. Now, now the negotiation is really about to look crazy if they negotiate a boost fight with you. If I was Charlo, I'll fight Boots for 3.5 million in pay per view back end. I'll aim crazy. I'll be like, damn, I want 6 million. 6 million to fight that nigga, 5 million to fight him. And then I'll settle on like 3.5 in pay per view, if possible. The lowest I'll settle for is 2.5 in pay per view back end. Charlo bullshit, though. He asking for some crazy ass numbers and just looking, you know, niggas is looking like at you like, bro, do you even have a belt? Charlo got all. Charlo is like a rapper that went platinum and had hits, right? But he just stopped making good music. He made a bad album. His last album was fucking super bad. But that's because he tried to switch it up and switch his style up. But now he trying to come back to the record labels and present them a better saying that he's gonna come with a better CD and shit like that. I mean, not CD, but basically a better song, better album. And niggas ain't hearing that shit. Niggas is looking at him like you washed. Even though you once was that platinum recording artist, you're a nigga that's washed, and the record labels ain't trying to hear that shit. Sid Malice Big Shot. Basically, it's like once upon a time you was a super big artist, multi-selling albums, but then you made a bad album, and now niggas ain't fucking with that shit. And now you going in the office talking about you going to Atlanta Record talking about, damn nigga, I want $10 million in advance, 500K advance. No, I want $10 million in a $2 million advance, and they're like, nigga, let me show you the fucking door. Well, since we comparing niggas, Boots better make a move real fast because they saying this nigga moving like Andre. They said Eddie gonna do him like Andre or Andrade, whatever his name is. Andre, whatever. Y'all make sure to go artmanapparel.com, best boxing merch in the fucking game. But yeah, Boots got to make a move real quick because it's like, man, you only getting up in age. How old is this nigga Boots? Like 30? And I ain't saying Boots is some super old ass nigga or anything like that. But I'm saying in boxing, your career is short. And we know that, man. It's like, it's real short. You can be on top of the world right now and you can slip up real fast. Or you can get hurt, injured, whatever. You don't know what can happen in life. So it's like, Boots, the time is ticking. You gotta get something. Said both starting to seem comfortable. I honestly see more footage of Boots in the gym working than I see fights. Who said Benavidez didn't wait on Canelo? He fought guys now. Yeah, exactly. He didn't wait on Canelo. And this nigga fought Caleb Plant. He fought Andre, Voshtik, Morel. All niggas that I feel like can low-key beat Canelo out. Andre, Voshtik, who else? Motherfucking Morel. All them niggas is way bigger than this nigga Canelo. And Benavidez beat the shit out them dudes, right? So yeah, this nigga didn't wait on no fucking Canelo. Now he about to fight Zerto for a belt at cruiserweight. That's what I'm saying. Certain things that Boots is doing, it makes me feel like what my dude said, he's getting too comfortable. So what? Ortiz don't want to fight you, nigga. You not the first fighter to be ducked, but niggas making it seem like that's his only nigga. Make a rival. Fuck you talking about? Make a fucking rival, nigga. Start beefing with other niggas. Go at the other. Start talking shit to Xandar. Zayas, whatever his name is. Put your name in the hat against them niggas. Boots moving like on some like, oh well, they supposed to fight me shit type shit. No, nigga, make them want to fight you. Put them in a position where they have to fight you. Tell your promoter to put you in a position where them niggas have to fight you. See, Rolly, he gotta fight, ain't he now? Ain't he about to get another scalp, another belt? That simple. This shit is normal for Haney. Nigga, that Staniosa shit seemed like it's such a long time ago. Rolly funny than a motherfucker, man. He was talking all this. I'm never gonna fight Devin Haney because he's just gonna sue me. And he's just gonna sue me and I'm gonna knock him out. He's gonna call the police on me. Everybody's talking bullshit, right? Laughing at the shit, egging that shit on. Even the interview, yeah, you're right, dude. Now the VA like, nigga, we about to order that fight. Even if you, even if you say you want to do a unification, if you don't got shit lined up, nigga, we're ordering this fucking fight. Nigga, they sent that motherfucking contract to Devin Haney so fast. It make me pose the question on Twitter. I said, man, if PBC can send Devin Haney that fucking contract that fucking fast, why couldn't they do it with Tank? Why couldn't they do it with Tank? Man, I asked that. That was a legitimate question I asked on Twitter, bro. I guess how many responses did I get from real Tank fans? Zero, nigga. Oh shit, it's fucking snowing. What the fuck? Shit. It was just like 50 degrees outside yesterday. Only a couple more weeks. But yeah, I'm hearing Tank is about to fight Pitbull Cruz again. That's crazy. Tank want to fight Pitbull. Like Power 4 wanted. Sit back to cherry picking. Yeah. And I don't like that shit, man. Why are you coming back to fight Pitbull Cruz? And that's why they don't. I feel like they're just gonna announce it. They're not gonna throw it in the air yet. Because if they do, a lot of fans gonna reject it. So they just gotta come with it being real. They're just gonna announce it. Watch. Tank versus Pitbull, Roach versus Zapata. Yeah, they do. The snow usually, I mean, around this time, it goes to like a good 50, 60, you know. And then when it hits like April, then it turns like 70, a good 75. But sometimes you might see snow in late April. Yeah. Said Roach fighting Zapata too. Like, man, that shit's crazy. Somebody said this nigga Roach, the way he picking opponents, nigga, you fuck around and had three. You fucking had three fucking draws back to back. Said Boost needs him Charlo contract. No, said PBC needed nah, ain't no way. Said 135 dead since Devin left. Yeah, of course. Of course. That shit's whack as fuck now. That's just whack as hell now. There's no structure. A lot of these weight classes don't have any structure. When Dev was at 135, that shit has structure. You knew who the champion was. Oh yeah, you know the champion. Oh yeah, that's Devin Haney. He's the the lightweight division. He's the lightweight division. He's the champion. He's the sole champion. Not many niggas can say that. That's why I'd be like, why do y'all have Anui as the pound for pound best fighter in the world? All because he was undisputed. When there's fighters that was two-time undisputed, there's fighters that was undisputed. Why is Devin so far behind on the pound for pound list when he was actually the youngest undisputed champion and he was the youngest undisputed champion first in the four belt era? So why is he not pound for pound number three, number two? Nigga, I was just watching Maloney versus Junto, and I'm about to watch Junto versus Hernandez. Nigga, Junto versus Maloney, nigga. This nigga couldn't stop. He couldn't put this dude out here to the last minute. Maloney is not a good fighter. Maloney is baloney, nigga. And that was a real competitive fight. Not saying that what's his name? What's the dude name? Nakatani wasn't doing his thing in that fight. He definitely was. But it's like, dude, Maloney is fucking ass cheeks. Why is this even semi-competitive, nigga? What the fuck? For you to be pound for pound, this shit's not supposed to be competitive. Oh, you're supposed to blow this nigga out the water. Like, I know it was knockout of the year, but you're supposed to blow this nigga out the water in like the first couple rounds. This nigga ain't shit. Or totally outclassed him 12 rounds to zero. This shit was a back and forth battle. Like, what the fuck? And then he goes in there with what's that nigga name? Hernandez. He looked really limited. It looked like pressure fighting was his Achilles heel, like they say. He couldn't do nothing. Pressure fighting was just that Mexican throwing all them punches on that nigga. I don't even know if the dude was Mexican, but he was throwing a lot of punches on him. And Juto looked like he didn't know what to do. He didn't know what to do. Nobody wants to say it, but I'll say it. Knowing that Junto and the knew he was gonna fight, that idea was better before this nigga had that fight with Hernandez. Because we all say he arguably lost that fight. So y'all already know who, let's be real, who the majority gonna pick now? They're gonna pick motherfucking Anui to win this fight. And the buzz for this fight, low key, it's cool, but it's like, the fight that they're supposed to go in there and knock out their opponents. I don't know, bad match. That was a bad match makeup for these guys. I mean, Anui's fight was decent. He showed, skills or whatever, but he definitely showed like something is missing with Anui. Something's missing, and I'm not saying he's not good, but I'm saying she's supposed to blast that dude. Both of those they were supposed to showcase their talent on that night. And before anybody say I'm just hating, Anui himself said his performance wasn't the best. But me being a boxing fan, I'm gonna support that fight. But I don't want people to overdo it. I don't like this. Oh, the winner of this fight is pound for pound number one. How so? How so? Y'all force Junto onto the pound for pound list. So when Anui cooks him, oh my God, well Junto's the best. I mean, Anui's the best because he beat a pound for pound fighter, Junto. Pound for pound fighters to me are niggas like of late was like niggas like Crawford, niggas like Errol Spence, like niggas that we know, Bivol, that solidified. They beat motherfucking monsters. They beat styles from different countries. They captured belts and shit like that. Not, oh, you beat Maloney, and now you're fucking pound for pound. Like, how so? And a bunch of Japanese no-name fighters. I was just on this Twitter space. I was on the Twitter space just recently, right? And I was just like, yeah, let me just chop in and say my piece, man, because we talking boxing, right? These guys, it had Najee in it. Najee was there, the dude from Cigar Talk. These guys was just talking, right? And there was a chick there too. They was talking, right? And they were just talking like everybody's just all in agreement that Anu is just the best fighter on the planet. And I told them, I'm like, I had to tell them like straight up, like, I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta cut the conversation. I gotta say my, you know what I'm saying? If this was a jury, nigga, we'll be here all fucking day, all month. Because nigga, fuck that. You niggas are saying bullshit. Anui is not the best fighter on the planet. What are you talking about? And I had to break it down to them. I told them, I said, man, so you telling me out of all the fighters in this game, all the fighters that put their blood, sweat, and tears into this sport, you know what I'm saying? Out of all these fighters, this guy from Japan is the absolute best. No way. I feel like you niggas, y'all telling me bullshit. You guys are telling me bullshit because I just seen this guy get dropped by a fucking literal Uber driver. And I'm not saying niggas don't get dropped. But if you say this nigga is the best, the best ain't getting dropped by niggas that drive Uber. You know what I mean? They getting dropped by niggas who are on performance enhancing drugs, or they getting dropped by a nigga that's, you know what I'm saying, another pound for pound good fighter. See, guys like Bivol fought niggas that we know. Better Beef, Zerto, Canelo. Nigga, these is real names. Niggas that we know. Fighters that have proven themselves. You got guys like motherfucking, what's his face? Anui fighting motherfucking uh, 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 Butler and who them other, I can't even name them niggas, man. Outside of Fulton and that MJ dude, who's also trash. It's like, nigga, no. These niggas ain't certified. Fulton is a good scrap. That's Anui's best win to me, Fulton. And guess what? His best win just got fucking outclassed. Outclassed 12 rounds to zip against Oshaki Foster. Like, nigga, we already seen your best win lose, nigga. Easy too, nigga. Easy. So, like, you can't say you the best fighter in the fucking world. Now you about to fight a nigga that got pumped up into the fucking pound for pound list. Like, and I fuck with Juto. I like his style. But nigga, you telling me this nigga's better than Devin Haney? Nigga, Devin Haney was beating fucking Mexican fighters up when he was like 16. This nigga, a grown ass man, struggling with these fucking pressure fighters. Like, get the fuck out of here. Struggling. Juto struggled. Man, I'm about to make myself some breakfast. And I'm about to watch that fight. Juto struggled against that nigga Hernandez. And you want to tell me he's a better fighter than Devin Haney? And if Anui beats him, he's the best fighter on God's green earth? Fuck out of here. And these niggas get mad at me, talking about, Art, man, you being biased. Who did you pick? And then niggas try to put me in the corner. Art, man, who did you fucking pick? Fulton or Nui? I said, nigga, I back my fucking country. Of course I pick Fulton. Now go ask a Japanese nigga who he picked. A Japanese motherfucker will tell you he picked a Nui. Win, lose, or draw, he picked a Nui. So ask a Japanese nigga who he picked. Jin Kasaki or Brian Norman Jr. What the fuck what you think he gonna tell you? A Japanese nigga gonna tell you that he picked his fucking country. So what are you talking about? These niggas, I had to tell them all. I had to tell them like, man, y'all full of shit. Y'all full of shit. And then Fulton's not even our best either. Well, y'all said Fulton was gonna win. Nigga, we finally got a Negro that's in y'all weight class. Of course we gonna back him. We rarely have American fucking black folks that's in the weight class that I knew he's in. We don't even know you, nigga. Of course we gonna back our country. The fuck? We know Fulton, so we backed him. Niggas trying to shame us for backing Fulton. See, well, you picked Fulton. Yeah, I picked him. So what? Oh shit, that was the dude that he fought. Yeah, exactly. Shushu might be better. Shushu might be better. And then I said that I was like, you know what? At one point I was like, because they was getting mad because me, I don't even like debating. I just like speaking my point and moving on because it's like I don't be turning your bullshit. I'm old. So I just to further piss them niggas off, I said, man, fuck it. I think Shushu will fuck around and beat a Nui out. Line that shit up. Niggas got mad. They act like I said the most blasphemous shit ever. This is boxing, bro. If you say a nigga's the best, you're gonna have to prove it. You're gonna have to fucking prove it, man. I don't want to hear that the politics. Well, and then they try to explain to me, well, the politics of boxing and how he did all these things, and I'm like, bro, first of all, Nui got the opportunities presented, all the great opportunities presented to Nui. He capitalized off that shit. Congratulations, congratulations, nigga. But that don't mean you the fucking best. You telling me and I said, you're telling me he's the best fighter in the world because he had the best opportunities in boxing? Is that what you're telling me? He had the best opportunities to fight these fucking no-name guys who would just happen to have belts that we don't know who they got their belts from, how they got their belt, when they got their belt. Said Gerd Russell Osa better than a news. That's what I'm saying. Like, they make it seem like we ain't never seen this shit. Yeah, that's Shushu's problem for real. I think he looked crazy at that weight. He still do. Said Kerr being number three is good. I think honestly, I'm gonna keep it 1,000. I like her, and I think Kerr deserves to be top pound for pound for sure, for sure. But I don't think he's above Devin Haney pound for pound. I'm about to make a new pound for pound list, but just off the top of the dome, my pound for pound list, I feel like the number one fighter in the world, and niggas gonna hate it. They gonna say it's biased. I don't give a fuck. I think the best fighter in the world, Devin Haney, Bivol, Benavidez, Shakur Stevenson, Anui. Just off the top of my dome, that's who I have as the best fighters right now. Devin Haney, Bivol, Benavidez, Shakur Stevenson. Said our man make a pound for pound list. Oh yeah, I will. But they're just gonna say it's a biased black list, even though there's gonna be non-black people on there. Like Bivol. I really like Bivol. I think he's one of the best fighters in boxing. Do I think Benavidez can beat him? Possibly. Obviously, Benavidez is big as shit now. Benavidez couldn't even wait. That's a big boy, dude. Benavidez is a big fucking boy, dude. He's fighting that. He about to fight this nigga at cruiserweight, and to think this nigga fought at junior at super middle. What the fuck? This nigga's about to fight at fucking. He's gonna fight at heavyweight next. If he looks good in the Zero fight, he's gonna fight at heavyweight next. And to think this nigga fought at 168, this is why this nigga Canelo said, fight Benavidez? Why? So he could bring 25 pounds to the fucking fight? Hell nah. I feel Canelo on that one. This nigga about to be big as shit. I ain't gonna lie. It didn't really hit me that Benavidez was like a legit fucking monster until he fought Andre. With the Andre fight, I was thinking that, yeah, size do matter, right? But I was thinking Andre, he's not the smallest dude, and Andre do pack a punch. So I feel like he got enough skills to upset Benavidez. Bro, that fight looked like I really feel bad for boxers, bro. But I generally felt bad for Andre because this nigga Andre was throwing punches and bunches, combinations, and them shits was like my dude KBJ said. It's like he was fighting like niggas is fighting in a bad dream. It's like you fighting in a fucking bad dream because this nigga is punching and them shits is just bouncing off of Benavidez. It's not affecting him. And then every punch that Benavidez throw and land, it like if niggas had like a health bar over their head, you could see his shit going down like big ass chunks, 30%, 40% each blow. Y'all ever play Def Jam? I'm about to show my age. Y'all ever play Def Jam Fight from New York? You know, when you get in that mode where it's like you just gotta do one last strong move and the nigga's fucking out of there. Either it's your special or you gotta throw a nigga against the wall. Nigga, it's something like that's how Andre was looking like in the final rounds. Like any little fucking hard move, this nigga was gonna fall over. That shit was crazy. And to think this nigga's now fight, to know he's fighting that cruiserweight now is crazy. Yeah. Bro, I've seen Morrell fight live multiple times here in Minnesota. Morrell's a big dude. Benavidez made Morrell look small. Said David Body Yard. That wasn't even fair. Yeah. Said Morrell fighting Kill. That's gonna be a banger. That's gonna be a banger. That's gonna be a banger. So what you think? I don't like Whitaker. I don't. And it's not because he's from the UK. I just I just don't I can't get behind it. That him whole falling out the ring type shit. And then talking about his elbow, I mean his ankle or some shit. I'm like, nah, I ain't hearing it because I was watching that fight and he was getting cooked in the beginning. That nigga was about to put it on his ass. He was looking for a way out. He was looking for a way out. Benavidez will beat the shit out of Whitaker. But the 175 division is pretty stacked. The winner of Caleb Smith versus Morrell should fight Bivol. Is Morrell versus Callum Smith? Is that for a belt? Is that for one of them niggas' belts? Or Bivol still the I know Bivol got one of them belts stripped. Yeah, I gotta look into that. Y'all let me know. I generally do not know. Is that Callum Smith versus Morrell for a belt? And does Bivol have all the belts? I know Bivol lost. I know he lost one belt, but what belt did he lose? Was it the WBC? Oh, it's for the WBO interim. Okay. Said RB on the lookout for 175. Atif and Najee. Uh, yeah, Najee Lopez. I seen him. I want to see what he can do. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. I seen some fights of him on Pro Box. He looked good. He looked better than the average fighter on Pro Box. But I just want to see what he'll look like against a niggas from other promotions like a Morrell. Najee Lopez fuck around and make his way into the game fighting like a yard next. But he a big dude. Yeah. So another Morrell at 168. I think I seen dude too. Who at 168 right now? Shit, I don't know. But I'm about to get up out of here, y'all. I'm about to go get some breakfast. ArtMetaPro.com, best boxing merch in the game.